Hey guys, Ariel here. So this is an impromptu tutorial because I was making a cup for a customer and I figured, that's another tutorial that I could do. It's how to seal a water slide because I have an inkjet printer. I don't have a laser jet one or laser printer, whatever you call it. So I have to seal my water slide. So this is what I have right now. So it's going to go on a black cup. So this is actually going to be a dual tutorial. Since I only have clear water slides, I actually have to paint this white so that it would show up on my black cup. So all I did was I mirrored the image so that because when it goes on, it will look like, the image will be flipped. If it has words or anything, then yeah, you definitely want to mirror your image so that your words will come out properly. But if not, like this one, it really didn't matter if it was mirrored or not, but my customer wanted it to be this way, and then so that's why I had to mirror it. But anyway, so this is my water slide. I printed it already. The settings that I use is glossy specialty paper, and I printed it the best quality, so that's how it came out. And then so we're gonna use, to seal it, we're gonna use I like using Rustoleum. I always have matte clear on hand, so that's what I'm gonna use. And then we're gonna use the Plasti-dip glossifier. Just make sure that it's clear. So make sure that the cap is clear. Yeah. So Plasti-dip glossifier. Alright, well, let's begin. So I'm gonna start with my matte clear Rustoleum. So we're gonna do like a couple coats of it, just to be really sure that it's sealed, because I don't want to have to redo it if it starts running on me. So it's pretty warm here today, so it shouldn't take too long for this to dry. So I just make sure it doesn't go in the crevice. So just spray it. There we go. And so I'll be back once that's dry for the next coat. Alright guys, so it's been about 5 minutes, and since it's kind of warm out here and it was out in the sun, it's dry to touch. See, I could touch it and it's fine. So I'm gonna go ahead and spray it again, the second coat of my clear matte, just like earlier. Really make sure that you get all angles. So not everyone likes to cut their water slide before sealing, but I do. I don't think it really makes a difference, and so I just cut it. And what I did with this one was I cut it with my Cameo, so it's pretty close to the edge of the image. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and give this another 5 minutes and put our next coat. So I'll be back. Okay, so it's been about 5 minutes again, and we're going to go ahead and apply the third coat of our matte clear. Some people only do 2. I like to do 3, just to really be sure that it's sealed. Like, to really make sure that you have enough on there. Like I said before, I'd rather be super sure that I'm good, that it's completely sealed, than have to redo it again later. Okay, so we're gonna give that another 5 minutes, and then we're gonna put our first coat of Plasti-dip, like this one. Alright, I'll be back. Alright. Yep, it's dry. So we're going to go ahead and put our first coat of Plasti-dip glossifier, the clear one. Okay. And you just coat it like you would with your clear spray paint. Okay, so we're gonna let that dry and then put another coat. Okay, so it's been about 10 minutes. I usually let my Plasti-dip dry a little longer just because it takes longer to dry. So even with it being warm and under the sun, I still gave it about 10 minutes. And if it's cold or anything, I usually give it like 15 to 20 minutes. It really just depends on like on the weather, I guess, and how long it takes. It just takes longer, so just have to be a little patient with it. So we're gonna go ahead and put our second coat of Plasti-dip, just like all the other times. Like really get it on there. All right. Okay, so I'll be back again for the last and final coat. Okay. All right, guys, we're almost done. So we're going to be doing the last and final coat of Plasti-dip. Okay, here we go. Really get it on there. Okay, I think we are good. Alright, so give it another 10 minutes or so and then should be done. Okay, so we're all done. If you're gonna put this on like a white or light colored cup, then you would be done, and you could go ahead and apply it on your cup. But since, like I said earlier, this is gonna go on a black cup that I had made, so I'm going to go ahead and paint it with my white flat Rustoleum spray paint. So that's why I had, like, if you're doing this, you have to invert your or mirror your image so that your words will come out right. So I just do one coat of white spray paint on it. It's so that you could see it on your dark cup, because like I said, I didn't have any white water slides, so that's why I kind of have to do this hack. Just paint it, make sure that everything is covered. Okay, that looks good. So we're gonna go ahead and let this dry, and then we're gonna apply it on my cup. Okay, so I'll be back. All right, guys, so we're back. It's been about an hour because I had to go do other things, so I didn't get back to my water slide until about an hour later. So this is what it looks like when it's done. This is the back part, the paper part where the water slide is kind of on, and then this is the part that we sealed and sprayed and painted white. So it's completely dry, as you can see. So the paper part, it feels like paper, and then this side, it feels kind of what do you call this, like glossy. Yeah, so it's pretty smooth. And so I have my water here. I like to use warm water, which my water is not super warm anymore. It's been kind of sitting here. And then I have the cup that I'm gonna put it on. So I used, this is called Starry Night. This is this can be found on the 3 Tough Cookies Design website. So it's a custom mix. It's a black that sparkles under epoxy. Okay, and then I have my brush. This is the brush that I like to use to kind of like get rid of air bubbles and stuff under the water slide. I mean, you can use whatever you have, I guess, a squeegee or whatever. This is just, it works for me. One day I didn't have my squeegee and I just grabbed this and it works, so I use it. That's what I love about crafting. You can always improvise. There's no right or wrong. If it works, it works. And then, so just to recap on things that we used for the water slide, I used first the Rustoleum clear matte to seal all my ink because I have an inkjet and not a laser printer. I did 3 coats of this, 5 minutes in between. And then next was the Plasti-dip glossifier. So I did 3 coats of this also. Make sure that it's the clear one, so check the cap. And since I'm applying a clear water slide on a dark tumbler, I went ahead and sprayed it with the white spray paint, okay? So I forgot to show you guys what water slide paper I use, so I had to run inside and grab it. So this is what I use. It's the Sunny Scopa. I don't know if that's how you spell it, but anyways, I mean how you pronounce it, but yeah. So I got this from Amazon. Don't quite remember how much I got it for, but I'll put the link down below so you guys can, for all the supplies, so you guys can find it. Okay, so well, let's get started. So I usually like to put like a rag or something under this because it does get kind of wet. Okay, oh, and this little duty here, I got this from the Dollar Tree. It was under like the office stuff, so I think it's like a desk organizer thing, but it fits my cups perfectly. So I use it for this. Sometimes if I already have something on one side, then I'll put something like cloth or tape or whatever I have on hand on the sides, so that like it doesn't ruin whatever design I have. But since this is still plain and it doesn't have anything on it yet, and my epoxy is completely dry, I just go ahead and put it on there like that. Okay, so for the water slide, you want to make sure that it doesn't like curl up on you. So what I usually like doing is I put the printed side down, because I've noticed that it doesn't really curl up when I do that, and then I kind of try to just like push it down if it does kind of curl up a little. So this is the paper side and this is the printed side. So put that down. So you just submerge it. Okay. So working with water slides was like really hard for me. And then so I'm kind of glad it's gotten a little easier. I know that it's like not for everyone. I try to avoid it if I could, because I just need more practice with it, so I really shouldn't avoid it. But you know, for me, printable vinyl is a lot easier to work with than this, but to each its own. Okay, so as you can see, it's starting to kind of bubble up in there, so it's almost ready. So I've actually tried, there's a couple brands on Amazon. So I tried the Haze one, I think that's what it is, and that one, I wasted so much water slide. It just was not working out for me at all. So when someone had recommended this in one of my Facebook, it's kind of stuck there, one of my Facebook groups, and so I decided to give it a try, and so far I love this one way better than the other brand. I think my paint. Let's see what's going on. wet our cup a little. It's almost ready. I could feel it kind of sliding off. So I'm kind of impatient, and so I really shouldn't be touching it too much, but I'm always like, is it done? Is it done? Oh, I'm so bad like that. And as I'm telling you this, I'm still doing it. Okay, I think we're good. Just kind of figure out where you might want it. So since it does have that layer of like paint, it's a little harder to get it off of the paper part. So you have to kind of wedge it a little. What's so cool about it is since it does have the Plasti-dip, it's pretty flexible, so you could grab it and kind of work it, and it's all right. Okay. Oh. Yeah, it's stuck a little bit on this part. There you go. So yes, you could actually see, this is why I love this water slide so much. It's because I could take it off, handle it, whatever, and it's fine. It doesn't like fall apart on me. The other brand was falling apart on me. That's why I couldn't work it. I couldn't work with that one. Then you just kind of work it until it's to your liking. So everything is flat. Just take my brush to kind of try to get rid of any water that might be under, or air bubbles, like that one right there. Something under. I do apply a little bit of pressure when I'm doing this. Just make sure that none of the sides are wrinkled like this one right here. Just push it down. And there you go. That's how you apply a clear water slide on a dark tumbler. So I'm going to go ahead and put the decal that they wanted right here, which is their name. And then it'll be ready for epoxy. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Till next time.